This is Real News Media TV, coverage you can trust. Please like, share, subscribe, and hit the notification bell. Select all for daily news updates. Good night, Real News Media TV family. Welcome back to the channel for another news update for November 30, 2022. And in the news tonight, husband of murdered hotel worker charged. The husband of the hotel worker who was found dead in their house at Santoy, Hanover, has been charged with her murder. Charged is 33-year-old security guard Junior Grayson, otherwise called Jay. According to the police, Grayson turned himself into the Mapen police in Clarendon on Wednesday, November 9. The decomposing body of 35-year-old Judine Smith Grayson, who worked as a chef at one of Hanover's larger hotels, was found at the couple's house after residents smelled a foul odor coming from the building around 12:15 p.m. and summoned the police. The police reported that on arrival of the lawmen, Smith Grayson's body was seen on the floor with several stab wounds. Grayson was not at home at the time her body was found. Ex-soldier charged for illegal gun and ammo. A 27-year-old former Jamaica Defense Force soldier has been charged after he was reportedly found in possession of an illegal firearm. The ex-soldier Josh Campbell from Dobson District in Manchester was arrested after police reportedly found the firearm in his vehicle and other illegal items in a shop he operated. Campbell is charged with illegal possession of firearm, 2 counts of illegal possession of ammunition, possession of and dealing in ganja, and possession of uncustomed goods. He is to appear in court on Thursday. It was reported that on November 17, while conducting investigations into an incident, police went to Dobson District where the soldier was seen and accosted at his business place. Police said the shop was searched and illegal ammunition, vegetable matter resembling ganja, and illegal cigarettes were found. The shop owner's car was also searched and an illegal firearm found with several live rounds. The ex-soldier was taken into custody and following further investigations was charged. NSWMA calls for less procurement and legislative red tape. Chairman of the National Solid Waste Management Authority, Dennis Chung, has called for a reduction of the red tape surrounding the public procurement process. Mr. Chung said the country could have suffered a health crisis due to the shortage of garbage trucks experienced over the last few months. Calling the procurement process cumbersome and too bureaucratic, he urged the government to find a way to shorten the process, especially in emergency situations like this. He suggested that the cost of a health crisis would be greater than what we are trying to avoid by going through the process of procurement, so changes must be made. Mr. Chung also pointed to red tape in the legislative process, which he said is hampering efforts to increase the fines for illegal garbage disposal.
The procurement process is too cumbersome and too bureaucratic. If we did not have those trucks from 2016, the time that it took us to wait on these trucks would have had a serious health problem. We have to find a way to shorten the process, especially in emergency situations like this. It cannot be so bureaucratic. I think the cost is greater than what we're trying to avoid by going through the process, and we have to change it. We can't do it without the fines being increased, Minister. We issue over 300 tickets every month. But when you're talking about an average fine of $3,000, it costs you less to break the law than to dispose of your garbage properly. And this has been caught up in the bureaucracy for over 10 years, despite your best efforts, Minister. Right? Over 10 years. We were talking about it on Monday. We cannot have a situation where fines, legislation for new fines are caught up in a bureaucracy for over 10 years. So we have to fix that.
In response to the procurement concerns, Minister of Finance and the Public Service Dr. Nigel Clark has pledged to speed up the turnaround time for the procurement of goods and services.
We definitely have to make changes in our procurement system to make it more efficient. And the change has started with the Public Procurement Commission. And we measure the time it takes when items get to the PPC and when they leave the PPC. That as far as the PPC is concerned, the time for items to remain with them is down to 2 weeks when it used to be 8 weeks. And now that bottleneck has been addressed, there are other areas that we have to look to, including duplication of efforts, meaning certain steps that have to be removed.
Firefighter killed in St. Anne after vehicle crashes into fire truck. Minister of Local Government Desmond McKenzie is mourning the death of a firefighter who was killed after a vehicle crashed into the back of a fire truck in Otoria, St. Anne today. The deceased man has been identified as 25-year-old Lorenzo Doyce, who was stationed at the Otorias fire station. The incident happened around 2:40 this afternoon along the Otorias main road. According to McKenzie, Dawes was killed after a motorist overtook a line of traffic in the vicinity of Reynolds Pier and crashed into the back of a fire truck that was parked at the side of the roadway. The crew had just finished a firefighting operation in the area. In fact, the firemen had just finished their shift and were replacing the equipment in the back of the truck. At that moment, firefighter Dawes was alone at the back, putting a pump into the fire truck when the car slammed into the fire truck, crushing him. McKenzie said he was taken to hospital where he was pronounced dead. Lorenzo Dawes was a very young firefighter with his whole life ahead of him. He joined the Jamaica Fire Brigade at the tender age of 19 and served for 6 years and just celebrated his 25th birthday on November 13. The grief at his terrible demise is being felt beyond the Otorias fire station where he was stationed and goes all the way into the St. Catherine Division, where young Lorenzo's father is a serving assistant superintendent. This is yet another instance of the tragedy, grief, pain, and bitterness that is caused by personal irresponsibility, in this case by a motorist who overtook a line of traffic rather than trying to reach a chosen destination by obeying the rules of the road, lamented McKenzie in a statement this afternoon. The local government minister is appealing to all road users to act responsibly. I have no words to demonstrate how I feel about this incident. I know that the commissioner of the fire brigade and a host of personnel are personally extending themselves to offer support. I can only say that I deeply grieve this destruction of a young life. Man stabbed to death by abusive woman. Ramon Patterson made several trips to the Trenchtown police station in Kingston, where he lodged reports against a woman who was allegedly physically assaulting him. His father, Paul, said that the younger Patterson was seldom taken seriously, except for an occasion 3 months ago when the woman was arrested after she allegedly stabbed him in one of his arms. The matter went to court, but Ramon reportedly decided to withdraw the charges. The physical assault reportedly continued. On Monday, it turned fatal after Ramon, 25, was stabbed to death allegedly by the woman at his home in Rima. According to the police's corporate communications unit, Ramon was stabbed about 11:15 a.m. by a female who came to the house. An argument developed between them, and Ramon was stabbed several times. He was rushed to the Kingston Public Hospital where he was pronounced dead. The female who fled the scene is currently in police custody. Yesterday, the elder Patterson said that his son endured constant abuse at the hands of the woman. He showed the news team 3 receipts of reports made to the police. Patterson said Ramon was at home combing his hair when he was approached by the woman, who demanded to know who was the hairdresser and what she was doing at the house. The amount of time him go up a station, and all some of the police them a say, how him a come a station for girl every minute. The distraught father told the news yesterday. He described Ramon as his hands and feet, and said they shared a tight bond. From him a 3 months old me have him now. Him mother put him down on the counter and go and leave him, and me bring him up to this. Me give him a house and set him up because him is a good son, the distraught father said. The elder Patterson said that Ramon, the beneficiary of his life insurance policy, was always willing to help him. And my son clean out my pig farm for me every day. More time when me dey here and me sit down in the chair here so, when me tired, him go and sell. Him get a work at Honeybun as a baker recently. So him always have something to do. Him was never involved in anything wrong, Patterson said between tears. Bus driver attacks a baby mother after finding man in child's bed. A bus driver who allegedly injured his child's mother in a fight after going to her house and seeing a grown man lying in his 7-year-old daughter's bed is to go to dispute resolution. The 36-year-old bus driver from Meepen, Clarendon, who was in custody, was offered bail when he appeared in the St. Catherine Parish Court on Tuesday. He and the complainant are to return to court on February 10, 2023, after they have gone to dispute resolution. The court heard that one day last week, the bus driver was calling his baby mother's cell phone but got no answer. He then went to her premises in Bridgeport, and after entering the house, he reportedly saw a man lying on his daughter's bed. The accused and the complainant got into an argument that escalated into a fight. The complainant's phone was damaged and she received injuries. The man who was in the house managed to slip away. In court, the complainant cried inconsolably to the police, and the parish judge had to stand down the case so she could compose herself. The woman said that the accused man cut off her finger and stabbed her in her body cavity. The court noted that she had all 10 digits. In offering bail, the parish judge said that the accused, whose name as well as that of the complainant cannot be revealed because a child is at the center of the dispute, must report to the nearest police station 3 days per week. He is also to stay away from the complainant until the court procedure. However, this did not go down well with attorney Cecile Ashton, who is representing the accused, as she told the court that the complainant has her client's bank card with all his cash and wanted it returned. The judge ruled that it should be handled by dispute resolution. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe, and hit the notification bell. Select all for daily news updates.